Hello, hello. Today is me calling myself out. Let me get my glasses on for this one. Hey everyone, it's Deepica. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you are new, you should subscribe. Hit the button. It's over here, over here. Yeah. So I'm back in LA after spending 4 months in Houston, Texas at my parents' house. The pandemic, just recognizing when else in life am I gonna get this opportunity, I went home. Earlier this year, I think it was in January in Q1, I filmed a video on my YouTube channel called 20 New Habits for 2020. And I really kickstarted this year with really incredible habits that I was sticking to from January to about March. Then the world basically turned upside down and there was a pandemic, and I'm gonna be real with you, I don't feel like I've kept up with them, but I don't actually know how many of them I haven't kept up with. So what I wanted to do, it is now October, 8 months later, have an honest check-in to see where I am with this, while also giving myself grace, because to be clear, we're going through a global pandemic here. You know, when I was in Houston, I was being kind to myself. I was letting myself just be with my family, not stress about the little things. I felt like that's what I really learned from this pandemic. I'm just curious how many of these I actually stuck with through this whole process. I feel like this year is all about having grace to yourself. There's a lot happening in the world, and to me, really, survival is the goal at this point, which is so sad, but so true. All right, so I'm now gonna react to listening to my 20 New Habits for 2020 video and see which one of them I have stuck to, if any. Let's find out.
I am making an active effort to schedule more me time.
Am I scheduling more me time? Well, you know, I would say the fact that I even went to Houston, Texas for 4 months was 4 months of me time. Texas is home, you know, you can take the girl out of Texas, but you can't take the Texas out of the girl. It's a little bit of, yes, I did me time, because by going home, it was me time. But while I was home, part of me time is being healthy and working out. I was getting massages here regularly. I didn't do any of that. So, kind of did it, but in a different version of a me time.
Gotta focus on yourself. It means more, you cut out the fluff of people in your life that are not adding value.
That I did cut out the fluff of people in my life. I think, again, just the nature of this pandemic, it's kind of weeded out people that you probably just were hanging out with to hang out with. And going home, I really, you know, I didn't leave my house. And if I left my house, it was like to go on social distance walks. And it really makes you really think about who in your life matters to you.
I, Deepica Mutyala, am now a vegetarian.
Well, it's funny that I put vegetarian in here, because at that point I was like truly vegan. Like, I was being vegan AF. You know, I always heard people in LA say that my body can't handle cheese, and like, hello, I'm from the land of queso. Like, it never made sense to me. But man, y'all, I'm a believer. I went to Texas with full intention of staying vegan. My dad was cooking for me. This was when my mom was in Jersey with my sister. He made some egg curry here and there, and I wouldn't eat it. Then, you know, I got a little bit lax, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna do the vegetarian thing. I wanted to help him with the cooking stuff, and I was like, salmon really fills me up. So then here and there, I would eat some fish and be like pescatarian. And then Mama Pundu came home. And then chicken biryani was being made, chicken curry was being made, more chicken curry was being made in like 11 different ways. I can't lie to y'all, I have to be honest with my YouTube family. I ate the chicken biryani. I did it. Oh, I also ate queso while I was home, and I felt immediately sick the next day. It is what it is. I still do my best to eat vegan and vegetarian.
The next thing is that I am taking on meditating.
Yeah, that one's kind of just fallen through the drain. I need to be held accountable. I gotta bring back the meditation in my life. When I was home, I meditated once in 4 months. I really think meditation just brings me a sense of calm, and I'm gonna bring it back.
The next habit is I am journaling. I'm not doing like a 5-minute journal or anything like that, but it's just a notebook where at the end of every single day, I write down 3 things that I feel like I've achieved that day.
Actually, the same journal that's in there, I also have here. I do still do that. I have an insane amount of notes in here, less for journaling and more for note taking.
Another habit I'm taking on in 2020, this technically started in 2019, but I'm gonna keep it going in a major way in 2020, is yoga.
Yoga changed my life. That is so real and true. But the pandemic happened, and the studio I would go to, that was the hot yoga studio, shut down, as the rest of the world did. I tried to do yoga at home, but my brain could not mentally figure out how to do it. I enjoyed the process of getting out of my house, going to a yoga studio, drenched in sweat. It was my form of meditation. I would say of everything everything with this pandemic, that was like something that I feel like I really, really miss. My body is in knots that I forgot I could even get.
I've actually also in 2020 am making an active effort to go to therapy once a week.
That has absolutely still been happening. In addition to a therapist, have started a CEO coach. She's like an executive coach. And so having like an executive coach to talk to has been sort of really helpful. So therapy plus a executive coach has been added into my life. I'm proud of myself.
I prioritize it the same way I've kind of interjected my next habit, which is running.
So what had happened was like, I got to Texas and what had happened was that part of the reason I left LA to go to Texas was because my building has a treadmill, but they shut down the gym. And I was going crazy. Going outside and running is just so mentally, I don't know what it is, y'all. I like to like have a goal of like 3 miles and set and like on, I don't know. I have no rational sense for this. It's an excuse. I was like, well, I have a treadmill at my house in Texas. So it's another reason for me to go there. I'll have a treadmill and I'm gonna run every single day. It's gonna be amazing. About 2 weeks in, I stopped. Yes, I put on the pandemic 10 to 15. I feel like I've gone back into this space of like work, but I think what's supplemented it in my life that doesn't make me feel as crazy as I was probably last year or the year before was my family.
Another thing that I've been doing is saging my home.
I saged this morning. It was so funny because growing up, I like was so grossed out by the smell of like the incense, and now I actively brought the ones that my mom has, like the OG legit ones, to my place in LA.
And that brings me to the next habit for 2020, which is celery juice.
I think y'all have seen my videos. Papa Pundu. Papa Pundu is the real MVP. I told him how much celery juice helped me feel better in the mornings, and he like manually made it for me. He's the best. Celery juice is still happening.
At my new place, there are a ton of plants.
As I was gone, I had a girlfriend staying at my place, and she's done good with keeping the plants alive. In Houston, Texas, I helped water the plants in the backyard. Not often, but I did. So I'm kind of a plant mom still.
Doing a little more Netflix and chilling.
Oh, did I Netflix? I think I saw all of Netflix during this pandemic. I think I ran out of Netflix. What did I watch? I watched all of The Politician. I watched all of the show Away. Lots of movies. I rewatched the entire Marvel series. Fun fact, I'm a Marvel geek. I love Marvel.
Another new development is I have become a morning person.
Am I a morning person? Yes. But I will caveat by saying because of the time difference of living in Texas while some of the team is in LA, our first meeting was at 11 a.m., which was 9 a.m. LA time. So I had at 9 a.m. that I could go work out.
I am saying yes to going on dates.
So here's the deal. I truly was ready, y'all. I was committed. I went on 2 dates. I went on one in January, I went on one in February, and then March happened. And then, yeah, who's dating during a pandemic? How do you date? I mean, yes, there's the online options, etc., etc. I do want to find a partner.
Calling my parents more often.
Hello, I was living with my parents. I think this one I crushed and only like gave it like 10x more effort because I, Deepica Mutyala, at 31 years old, lived with my parents for a few months and it was beautiful.
I am going to try and wear less fast fashion.
I didn't shop all of 2020, so I stuck to that. Yes, I mean, it's true. Like, I do want to stop wearing fast fashion. I want to wear purposeful clothing and things that are created by small businesses and all those things, and that is a goal of mine for sure.
I am doing my best to have less screen time.
Well, that's been a fail. Hopefully that can change in 2021. What I really hope this pandemic actually nets out into is being outdoors and going on walks and things like that.
I use a standing desk.
Standing desk? Oh Lord. I've been working from my dining table for 4 months. I want to bring it back though, man. My posture could use it.
I am doing my best to do a gallon of water a day.
I was doing this. Papa Pundu would get me a gallon of water, a big gallon thing, and I would drink it. He made sure it was really cute. He made it his duty every morning to do that for me. It was like his thing. It was very sweet.
Another habit, blue light glasses.
Oh, I'm still doing that. I'm still doing it.
And last but not least, I am getting better about planning ahead.
In my defense, Planning ahead is really tough when you don't know what tomorrow holds. It's a pandemic, y'all. Actually, now that I'm back in LA, I'm trying to like write down a list of everything I have to get done because I do want to plan ahead again. Actually, what I'm doing for 2021 is I'm moving out of my LA place and being a nomad for 2021. Nomad 2021 life, that's what's going on. So there won't be much planning ahead. I'm more like living in the moment, and I think that's something that maybe earlier this year, you know, I would say all 19 things that I just read I want to get back into. Things happen for a reason, and I need to go with the flow a little bit more. I would have never imagined at 31 I'd be living at home for 4 months, moving out of LA, and just being a nomad for the next year. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, that's my check-in on my 20 habits of 2020. I don't think I did so bad. It is, considering it's a pandemic. How many times in this video did I say it's a pandemic? Considering it is a pandemic, I feel proud of where I am. I've been safe, and I encourage all of you to stay safe. Remember, it is still a pandemic. Wear a mask, socially distant, stay safe out there, and yeah, hopefully I'll do 21 habits for 2021. Maybe I'll have things a little bit more figured out. But until then, I'll see you guys next time, and yeah, peace out.